we'll see about printf statement. Now, the syntax of this printf function is printf, open the bracket, within double quotes, you can give here any text message, or else if you want to display any variable value, its format has to be given. We'll discuss about this format in detail. You can give a format, and then with that format you have to give the variable list. Close the bracket and then give a symbol. This is the actual syntax of an printf. So first we'll take an example to see how to display any message on the screen. Okay, for doing that, you can, if I want to display an hello world message, you can give a printf, and within double quotes any text message can be given here. So if I want to display a hello world, you can give it as an hello world like this, and then give a semicolon. So when it is an text message, you need not specify any formats or anything as such. Any message you want, any text message you want, it has to be enclosed within this double quotes. Now for example, if you want to display 2 lines address, okay, 2 lines address, so that can be done like this. The first line I'll display here as Ramesh, okay, and in the second line I would like to display here Sharma. So with a different printf, I'll give here as Sharma. But by doing this on the screen, actually what happens is, if this is the monitor and if your cursor is present here, first it will display here Ramesh, and once after displaying Ramesh, the cursor is present at the next to that H, and at that place itself it will display here the Sharma continuation. But if you want the Sharma to come down to the next line, then you got to use something called as a backslash constant, that is in /n. Okay, /n brings the cursor to the new line, and in the new line it will display that Sharma. So there are some backslash constants. We call them as in backslash constants. So that is, if you want to get the cursor to the new line, you have to give a /n, /n. Okay, this is for new line. Same way, if you want Ramesh to be displayed and some blank space, and after that you would like to display your Sharma, so that is some tab you would like to display. So your whole screen is divided into like this tabs. Okay, so if your cursor is somewhere present here and it has to jump to the next tab, then you can use a /t. So we call that as a tab. So during displaying, you want to a small beep you want, so then you can have that with an /b. So like this, these are all nothing but different backslash constants. We'll see in detail what are the different backslash constants. For the time being, now I would like to bring the cursor to the new line, so I have given a /n. So instead of doing this with a 2 different printf, you can also do it with a single printf by giving here printf. So even this Ramesh I would like to get in the new line, so I'll give a /n and then display Ramesh. And then again, after Ramesh, again the cursor has to come to the new line. I'll give a /n and then display a Sharma, and then give semicolon. Whenever you give the /n, the cursor will be brought to the new line. So what actually happens in this case is, if the cursor is present somewhere here, first it will be brought to the new line, and from there it will display Ramesh. Again you have /n, the cursor comes to the next line, and then display Sharma. Okay, fine. So like this, you can display here any number of lines with a single printf, or else if you want, you can use a multiple printf. In all these examples, I have displayed only a text message. Same way, if you want to display a variable value, okay, so like for example, integer I variable is there whose value is 35. So I would like to display that I variable value. I value is 35, and that variable value I want to display. Or else, let's take here, you have a float j variable whose value is 4.86, and that 4.86 value you want to display. In such a cases, you got to use that format, that is printf. You have to give a format here. So all these formats are given with an percentage. Okay, for every data type you have a separate format. We'll see about that. And then you have to give a variable whose value you want to display. Now, for example, what are the different formats you have here? So now, if you want to display an integer value, okay, that also an signed integer. Okay, you want to display an signed integer value, then you have to give your %d as a format. Okay, so %d. So if you are having an unsigned integer value, if you have an unsigned integer value, then you have to give your %u. So if you have an signed long integer value, okay, in that case you can give your %ld. Same way, if you have an unsigned long integer value, then you have to give a %long u. Okay, that is an long unsigned integer. Same way, if you want to display an octal value, then you can give a %o. Okay, you want to display an hexadecimal value, then you can give a %x, or else you can give a %uppercase. If you give lowercase x, so in that hexadecimal you will be having alphabets from A to Z, all that A to F, all that will be displayed in a lowercase. If you give it as an uppercase x, then those alphabets will be displayed in an uppercase A to Z. Same way, if you want to display a floating point value, then give it as %f. Same way, if you want to display a double value, the format is going to be a %long float, LF. So if you want to display a character data, so then you have to give a format %c. And if you want to display a string, that is set of characters which is stored in a variable, then you can go for %s. All these are nothing but different format. That is %d is for, actually it's an signed short integer. This one is an unsigned short integer. Then %ld is an signed long int. This is an unsigned long int. So these are all nothing but different formats. Now here, if I take an example, in this case I want to display this I value whose value is nothing but 35. In that case, the printf can be written like this. Printf. So I is of type signed short int. So signed short int format is nothing but here %d. So you have to give a %d, close the quotes, and then give the variable name, that is I. Okay. So when I give her I, wherever the cursor is present, okay, at this place that I value will be displayed. Where you have given %d at that position, it will display that as an 35. So if you want to display a float value, then you can give it as printf %f, and then you can give a j. So j is of type float, so I have to give the format as in %f. If you want, you can display both the variable values with a single printf. I want to display I value as well as j value, then printf can be given like this: %d, that is for integer value, and then %f for float value, and then here you can give it as an I, j. Okay, so wherever that %d is there, at that place this I value will be replaced, and at %f the j value will be replaced. I want to display with the message, like for example, I value is 35 and j value is 4.86. This is how the message I would like to display. So what happens here is, it's a combination of both the message, that is I value is a message, and then here I value should be displayed, again a message, and then the j value should be displayed. If that's the case, you can do it by giving a printf / and I want to bring the cursor to the new line. I value is, this is the message I want to display, I value is, and beside that I want to display I value. Wherever you want to display I value, you give that for its format, that is nothing but %d, and then again the message has to be displayed, that is nothing but and j value is, beside that I want to display 4.86, so I have to give a percentage F, close this, and here for this percentage D, the I value should be displayed, and at the percentage F, you want to display J value to be replaced, so give those variable names. How many percentage you have given, that many variables has to be given at the variable list. So this is how the printf statement has to be used.